Hey, good morning, FCF. We're in Second Peter, and we're actually going to just take in one verse today, Second Peter chapter 2, and we're going to look at verse 9. Now, give you a little background. Peter has been trying to warn the Christians about false teachers and their teaching, and he's assured them that even though it might look like these people are succeeding, God's going to judge them. He's given three historical examples. He says, God judged the angels when they mated with women, Genesis 6, took some of them, put them in gloomy dungeons awaiting judgment. He said he judged the world of Noah's day, the resulting evil, violent world from these Nephilim offspring, these angels mating with women. Then he gave the example of Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis 19, that God does deal with these things in his own time, his own way. Now, when we looked at Sodom and Gomorrah, he mentions this man Lot. Lot was a righteous man. He had been traveling with Abraham. He was Abraham's nephew. He and his family were living in Sodom. When you read the story in Genesis 19, angels were sent to Sodom to literally drag Lot and his family out of Sodom before God judged it. It says in Second Peter that Lot was tormented day after day as he watched the evil behavior of the people living in Sodom and Gomorrah, their conduct, their conversation, and so on. So that's the context of this verse we're going to look at now. Verse 9. If this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue godly men from trials and to hold the unrighteous for the day of judgment, while continuing their punishment. So it's kind of an odd verse, but what it's saying is this. We look at Lot, and God sends angels to take Lot and his family out of Sodom and Gomorrah. At the same time, he allowed the individuals living in Sodom and Gomorrah who were entrenched and committed to their lifestyle, entrenched in evil, to stay in that condition since they were unpersuadable. They were. We have to understand, God doesn't cause anybody to come to a condition where they're impenitent, incorrigible, unreachable. But he does know that some of us are going to end up that way. And in many cases, then we start to kind of enjoy the evil. And when God sees that, he's going to allow us to get just what we want. He's going to allow us to accumulate evil, and we're going to be held accountable. We're going to be judged for it. So it's an interesting passage in this regard. It assures us that when we are walking with Christ and we're in the most difficult circumstances, the most painful, the most tempting, the most confusing, as Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah, that God is still with us. And when he sees we're at the point where we can't take anymore or where it's too dangerous, he'll intervene. Now this doesn't always mean that we'll understand the intervention like Lot did, but it will. At the same time, we sometimes feel like the wicked people get away with everything. It's right now an easy thing to feel, because when you look at the way society is moving, it just seems like if you have enough power, if you have enough of a voice, if you have enough influence, that you can just get away with everything. But the everyday common people, we have to be extremely careful, or we'll be punished severely by the legal systems, the justice systems. It doesn't really much matter what country you're in. If you're wealthy and powerful and influential, you're kind of above it to some degree. But God says that's not going to last. That's not going to be the way it is. He's going to take care of his people. We need to trust him. We need to hang in there. We need to be faithful. And we can be assured that he's going to deal out justice at the right time. But it's going to be in the right way. It's not going to be arbitrary. God knows exactly how to deal out justice. So that's all I wanted to do today, was just let that verse affirm us, and we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Thank you.